Tuesday now, and we are celebrating International Men's Health Week, and we are 2 days away from Father's Day. And becoming a dad is a big milestone. We all know this, but when a baby joins the family, a lot of people prioritize the mom, they prioritize the child, and the challenges of being a dad and a new dad can really affect a man's mental health. So let's bring in double board certified psychiatrist, Dr. Domenick Sportelli. He is live with us now. Doctor, thanks for being here. Appreciate your time.
Good morning. It's so great to be here.
Numbers posted on childhoodcentral.com show that there are about 74 million dads in the United States. And as I just pointed out off the top, so much of the focus is on mom because she has carried, she has delivered that baby. But how does becoming a dad impact a man's mental health?
Oh, my goodness. So anytime that we change roles in our lives, it's a stressful time. And what I mean by change in role, it's from being a single person to a married person, a married individual to a father. These are role changes. And we notice that these role changes can cause stress, right? And that's it makes sense, right? Because it's a new role, it's a new responsibility. And being a dad is also being a mentor and being a friend and being someone that you want to raise a child the best way that you can. I think we all have that innately in us. The thing about men, though, is that when we look at psychological health for men, men are less likely to seek help than women. And men tend to lean towards depression, and then they can go into things like self-destructive behaviors like substance abuse.
Right. And do you think that's because they find themselves trying to be quote unquote strong and, well, mom just carried the baby, she just went through, all of this, the focus needs to be on her, and they kind of stay silent and not vocalize what they need?
That's exactly right. You're exactly right. So 3 things. It's a reluctance to talk for exactly what you're saying, downplaying symptoms even when they feel symptoms, and even just social norms, just saying, I'm the dad, I need to be stoic, I need to be strong here, I can't talk about my issues, I can't look weak. And therefore they keep it all inside, and that unfortunately leads to problems down the line. And many, many, many studies have shown that men who internalize this mental health stigma of needing to be that unspoken stoic individual have a much higher risk of psychiatric problems down the line.
And we all know that asking for help and verbalizing that is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. What other tips do you have for dads outside of coming forward and saying, hey, I need help, I'm struggling here? What other tips do you have for dads when it comes to taking care of their mental well-being?
Yeah, I think one of the most profound things that we've learned in psychology and psychiatry over the years is the Waldinger study from Harvard. This is an 80-year study, 80 years that followed men and women, and it looked at really what led to happiness. And I think that it's just very, very important to reinforce. Men tend to think a couple of things, and I think a lot of people might think this, that power, money, status, being strong and stoic lead them to being happy. But the truth is that this study has proven that wrong. What really leads to happiness, dads, guys out there, pay attention. Even the women out there, pay attention to this one. Number 1, happiness was shown to be influenced by relationships and supportive connections with family, friends, and community. So make sure you get out there and you involve yourself in your community with your friends and family and foster and cultivate your relationships. It's unbelievably important in your happiness. And the other thing is, psychological well-being is directly correlated to your physical well-being. And again, as a medical doc, we see that every day. So make sure that you're attending to your physical health, going to the gym, getting out, walking, being active, but also tending to your psychological health by talking to somebody if you have an issue.
Yeah, there are a lot of different avenues to take. It's also so great, speaking for myself, I have a dad who I see cry all the time, and I love it, and we talk about everything. It's such a good, a lesson in being a role model for your children and showing them that it's okay to show those emotions and take care of yourself. Are you a dad, Dr. Sportelli?
I am. I have 3 boys. I have a 9-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 15-year-old. And I'm telling you, listen, being board certified in psychiatry does not make it any easier, but I really try to pay attention to these rules just to keep me stable, and also my wife as well. Not easy.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.